In this video, I'm doing a full exterior restoration on my truck. It's everything pretty much that I offer for detailing wise. I'm going to do the inside as well and also actually restore some pieces on this that are like messed up. So the title is a little bit clickbaity, sorry, but this is a full detail. Right now I'm giving you all a little walk around of what's all wrong with it, I guess. The paint has a ton of marring, scratches everywhere. It has coatings that are not leveled properly, bunch of stuff. The roof I'm going to go over. I'm not doing much with that because the roof is actually scraped from a parking garage and spray painted. Yeah, so the rest of the paint though is getting decontaminated, washed of course, clay bar, polish, what else? The coating, and then I'm going to show you all the after results. The beginning of this video is choppy and sped up just because I show washes all the time through shorts, TikTok, and stuff like that. So mainly I just want to show you on this video things I haven't shown before. So it's going to be very sped up, also voiceovered, but later in the video I'll be talking normally to the camera. Right now I'm pumping my IK Foam Pro 2, which is filled with P&S Brake Buster. Right now I'm not doing the deepest wheel cleaning and coating on them. Later on, after 7 days of the coating, I can do a full wash, and that's when I'll go more in depth on the parts I'm not coating. Things like my bumper, my grill, these wheels of course, the roof, stuff like that I'm going to be putting a different coating on after that wash. And once again, this beginning part of the video, it's going to be cut in and out with my voiceovers, but later on in the video, it is more of a normal style where I'm talking to y'all and showing you what I'm doing at a slower pace. Now that I got this wheel rinsed, I'm going to show you all the afters, looking a lot better, even the undercarriage. Now I'm moving on to my pre-rinse, which I use Shine Supply's solution diluted 3-to-1. I get my lower rockers area, the mirrors, which collect a lot of bugs, bird poop on the hood, any bugs on the front. I spray this stuff on because whenever you go for your pressure washing rinse, they just melt off. Now, as you can see, that Shine Supply solution worked, and I can get on to rinsing the rest of the vehicle. Chrome bumpers can be a real pain sometimes if you leave the bugs on for a long time, but this pre-wash, I swear it just helps me so much to speed up my process. Now I'm filling up my wash buckets with water, and I'm going to start on the roof. I got to use this ladder to get up there. I'm using my foam cannon for this first coat, and I'm just going to let it pull all the dirt off till it sheets off the paint. Then I'll do another foam cannon coating and do the hand wash. Now, since I'm polishing this, if you're going to polish your own vehicle, this isn't really that necessary. I'm also doing a 2-bucket method, which since you're getting scratches out, it honestly doesn't hurt to add a couple tiny scratches if you were to not use a 2-bucket, or if you were to just do one coating with the foam cannon. That would be completely fine on your own vehicle. I just would never do that on other people's vehicles if you are trying to start a business. Now I've got the vehicle completely foamed down, and I'm just going to let it sheet off and pull most of the dirt off for me. Now, once it's about to this point, I'm going to start on the roof again. And also, I'm using a pH neutral soap, which you can let sheet off like this and even dry on your paint, and you won't be left with any water spots. Another thing to keep in mind, if you're going to ceramic coat your vehicle, using a pH neutral soap is very important when you're washing it so it doesn't strip off that coating. Completely rinsed, foamed down. Now we're gonna get into the hand wash. I gotta start at the top. And then also use the same rag to get these rockers that are super dirty. And then I'll get the nice part of the paint. And then after we get that wash done, what am I thinking? Acid decom, clay bar, then we'll get into the polish. Now we've got our iron remover sprayed all over the vehicle, and we're going to get that rinsed off. It's important to be very sure you do get all of this off the paint, because letting this sit and dry would not be good for your paint. Now I'm going through with my clay scrubber to finish out the decontaminating process. Then I'll pull my truck into the barn so we can get it polished. I'm going to give you guys a quick walk around of after the clay bar. So on camera in certain angles, the paint does look super clean, and a lot of people would be happy with this, but when you get close up with this camera and use lights, you can really tell that the paint isn't all perfect, if that makes sense. So when you look at this paint, it looked clean in the clips before, but now you can really see just tons of coatings and dirt and stuff that's deep in that paint that needs to get polished out, and that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm starting by taping off these bed sides. I end up eventually, I'll explain in the video, but I just run out of tape and can't do everything. Polish I'm using is Adams One Step, and then dual action random orbital with a one-step pad. I'm going to start on speed 4. I'm going to do a pass at the higher speed. So there's a bunch of weird bins in this bed, plus there's the gas cap. The gas cap, I have a smaller one to use, and then like these inner lines, I'm going to have to use a smaller one too. That was first pass. Now I'm gonna add more compound, not as much as the first time. Not as much as the first time, but a little bit more just so I don't burn anything. And I'll show you how it looks. Now I got more compound, turning the speed up. Now, time for the wipe. Use that side, and I'm gonna use a clean side. That looks great. These deeper ones in here, I can still use my smaller one, get in there, but completely different. Like, look at all that. Boom. And then even down here where I haven't gone yet, and it's just glass. Literally looks like a mirror. Holy shit. So I'm gonna finish this so I can get the before and after sides for a different video. Hope y'all like. So I'm gonna go in on the gas cap, if I can get it in frame. Get that patted out. And then these tiny imperfections that are up here, I'm gonna try to get with this too. Hopefully this helps. Got it on speed 1, by the way. Now we're gonna get this wiped. Yeah, much better. Literally not an imperfection now. Well, ignore the smears, but no scratches. Let's get the gas cup. It's polished so good you can see the factory orange peel now. Never really noticed that. Now, for the difference, I think it looks great. Wow. So there's a change of plan on taping. I started taping all this. Realized this is wasting my whole roll of tape. The emblem was next. If I'm doing all that, I might as well do this and do everything. I just don't have the tape for it right now. And as long as you can use compressed air or anything to get that polish oil out of here, let me try to get a close up. As long as you can get that out of there, you are good and you won't contaminate your coat. So, starting off with the smaller polisher, there's some spots I just want to touch before I do the full coverage. There's also some touch-up paint spots I'm gonna have to be careful around, and so I'm just gonna get those first. So, not horrible news, but so I got all this done. But this area, some scratches are always just going to be too deep, and this is one of those. I might still mess with it a little, but pretty sure it's going to be there forever. Something that needs touch-up paint when it's too deep. So, got it finished up. The only problem when you're making your paint look perfect is you'll notice all the imperfections it has. Paint chip there, scratch over there like I showed, but honestly it made this touch-up paint look a little better up here. You can still tell it's there, but it's looking good. So we've got tailgate and one bedside done. This is a long project. I'll catch up with you in a second. Finished this bedside, but already killed my first bottle of polish, so I had to grab some more. Now I'm gonna get started on all the doors. Now the front end of my truck's gonna be a little weird. The chrome bumpers I don't want to paint correct. This I don't, because it's like homemade painted. It's just gonna all flick off. These things, they have deep grooves in the plastic where I actually had an accident once, so eventually I'm sending a brand new one of these. So what I'm really just gonna be doing right now is using my small polisher on the fenders around the emblems, because my big 5-6 inch polisher or whatever, it's getting a little hot. And then I'm gonna do the hood, and that's about it for polishing. Another thing is I need to be careful around these headlights because they have peeling plastic coming off of them. They're like some cheap Chinese clears, but anyways, that's what I'm gonna do for the front. So in that last clip y'all just saw, I had it set up at that angle recording, but did not hit the record button. Yeah, that's on me. But we're getting the rest of the vehicle paint corrected, and then I'm going to show y'all the wipe down as well. And then we'll move into the ceramic coating. On these sections where I'm not talking and it's just time lapse, can someone let me know? I feel like detailing is the rare video where you don't need to add music or anything. You can just let people watch in silence. But if it's too boring, let me know in the comments. So I've been going around the truck panel prepping, getting all the oils off the paint. I do not care about the windows and mirrors. They're a cheap paint. Certain things I really don't, I'm not going to cover. This isn't a learning video. It's just for my truck, but I'm going to move on to the bed and show y'all just what I do, I guess. So we're finally getting into the coating part. We're going to start on this tailgate. Show you the coating I'm using. Geon 1 Evo. It's in here. Comes with an applicator, which is nice. Here's the bottle. Right now I'm getting the ceramic all added to my applicator pad, and if you're trying to do this yourself, make sure on the first time you're coating the pad that you put a ton of coating. Now that I'm finishing up the tailgate, I'm going to move on to the hood and then do this other side of the vehicle as well. So we've now got the hood done and this entire side, and then my tailgate, tailgate as well. It's looking great to me so far. It's going on super easy too. Again, ignore the windows, certain things, bumpers, grill, not getting coated, but I'll get you guys caught up when the entire thing is done. Insane. Finally, for the results, I think this coating looks amazing. My paint has not looked this perfect since probably when I got this truck, and to me, this was a full restoration. It looks crazy different. Now, there's going to be some certain angles where it looks a little funny because I haven't wiped it very much. The coating's still curing, plus the first time out in the sun, but it looks amazing to me. It's like a mirror. I just feel like every angle you walk around now, this thing is blinding, and on the highway, I wonder what the reflections are going to look like. Now, to anyone curious about getting this from my business, you can check on my website or DM me on social medias, but this is a very expensive package, I'll let you know. The lowest I would probably go, I think, on one of these is like $600. So if you're not someone who wants to spend that much money on your car, you could take this video maybe and learn and then do it to your own. I would not take offense to that if you don't book through me, because I know this is a very expensive process, but then again, it was a very long and hard process, so I'll warn you about that. If you watched the video this long, thank you. If you enjoyed it, I hope you leave a like, and if you hated it, just leave a hate comment so I know what to fix.